everybody, it's Chloe Demure, Save the Victor Roll. How's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. It is another video from your older than average YouTuber here on the YouTubes. And it has been more than a hot minute. It's been probably a month since I have filmed. This is going to be a little catch up. I was going to do makeup, but then I filmed another video. I thought might as well start moving. So we're going to talk about adventures in baking, cat sitting, and Sephora. So if you want to see where or hear about where I've been, you're in the right place. And you know what you need to do? You need to keep on watching. Alrighty, so I think one of the last things I filmed was possibly my April collab with Makeup Therapy. I'm gonna take a quick look here. I think that was it. I'm not sure if I had filmed anything. No, I did first quarter MMTs, purchases from the no buy. That's what I did. Okay, so that was the last one, but a day or two before that I had done my last collab. So it's basically been a month since I filmed. So I thought we can just talk about what's been going on. So first up, I was working on a project where I wanted to show me cutting my hair in a butterfly cut with using a Brad Mondo tutorial and then bleaching my hair, but it didn't go the way I wanted to, so we're kind of halfway through the process. So so if my next step, because now it's semi-permanent hair in versus permanent hair, taking out the darker shade, it is even though it doesn't look it, it is a lighter shade. Anyways, we're working towards getting it lighter without trying to kill our hair. So hopefully that video is still coming. So I was working on that in between, and then since that got derailed and other things started coming up, I just didn't have the energy or the space to film. I'm on a staycay right now, so I was able to do a little bit of filming. So let's start with, because I didn't do it when everybody was doing it, Sephora had their April sale. So they have twice a year their big sale. So April, and then I want to say October, November, somewhere in there. Since I've been mostly on a no buy slash low buy, I've been only trying to buy things that I need as I run out of them. And that's sort of what the majority of my Sephora haul was. It's not ginormous, but we'll quickly go over it because that's just one of the things that happened while I've been away in the last month. So one of my videos in January was the unboxing of the Beautylish Lucky Bag, and in there I had gotten a beautiful hand cream, but it was expensive. It was like $45 for a hand cream, and then I'd have to get it from the US. So I was trying to find a hand cream that had like some different things that are good for your skin to help with moisture, to help with the crepey old lady skin. And I've been really liking the one I was using, but I thought, I don't know if I'm going to spend that much. So during the Sephora sale, I had put just before then a whole bunch of whack of hand creams and stuff on there. So I thought I would try the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Touch hand cream. So it just sounded really, really good. Here, let me put some glasses on so I can read this to you. But it was saying, it's here, this fast absorbing hand cream is enriched with Brazil nut selenium to support your skin's natural moisture barrier for comfortable, soft, hydrated hands. And our tube is made from 33% Brazilian sugarcane derived resin. Interesting. So anyways, I just actually started using it last night because I had finally run out. I tried cutting it open, trying to see if I could get any more out. I had finished that hand cream. It lasted quite a while though. So I got it mid-January, and then it was like February, March, April, so almost 3 months. So anyways, it smells delicious. So I've been using it for the last day or two. Had I noticed a huge difference, I would have probably right away gone to Beauty Bay and got that other hand cream. But it's one of those things where as long as you keep it moisturized, it looks a little less crepey, but it didn't really do much to stop it, period. So I thought, okay, well, I will try a different cream first and see if I keep getting the same results, or if my skin does get a little worse, then I'll go back to that other one. But anyways, it smells delicious, which I know most of their stuff does. It's just this nice thick cream, and just trying to keep my hands moisturized. So hopefully I look at least a little less creepy. So anyways, we just tried it, so we'll see how this goes. And next up, my outrageous eye cream. So which I know I shouldn't buy, but it does work really, really well. I mean, I still got lots of wrinkles in my eyes, don't get me wrong, but it seems to keep them softer. They haven't seemed to be getting worse, so I'm happy if it can stall be getting any worse. And I only try to buy it on the sale because that is too expensive, so 15% off totally makes it a little bit less painful. So I re-upped my Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Supercharged Gel Cream. I'm using another one right now, which I really like, from Ewan Cole, which is a black tea one. I like that. So I think if I finish my day cream, my retinol one, then I might move the so bad at other languages. Anyways, to the day cream, and then I'll start using this one again. But I love it. This is going to be, I think, my third bottle, or maybe my fourth. No, this will be my third bottle. I don't think I've gone through 3 of them. Oh, I had a sample one that was pretty decent size. I think this is my third bottle. So anyways, I feel that it works, so we're going to do that. And then which I always do, I always end up buying 3 or 4 of the Sephora cleansing balm. And then I went on just before to kind of pop some stuff on my list a couple days before the sale. And then I noticed they had it on really cheap for like $5. And then I went to, I'm like, holy crap, might as well buy a ton of these now. But they were gone. So when I clicked on it, it says not available. So it looks like they've discontinued their regular one that came in the nice big tub. I missed the cheap price. But they did have a new one. So I had to end up doing 2 Sephora orders. The first one had the hand cream, the eye cream, and another thing that I'll show you at the end, my only makeup thing. And then, but this was out of stock. But before the end of the sale, it came back into stock, or maybe it was just being released, no idea. I got the Sephora Clean Skin Cleansing Balm, and then this one has probiotics and squalene. The jar is smaller. I didn't kind of pay that attention when I bought it. I thought maybe it'd be the same size. It is not, and I bought 3 of them. So hopefully this is really good. And it's also more expensive. So the other ones, when I originally started buying them, were $10 or $11, and then they went up a few times in price. So the last time I bought them was $14, and then on sale. So these were $22, so for less product, more money, but this does have skincare ingredients. I don't think the other one did, or if it did, I didn't pay attention. So I haven't started using these yet because I'm finishing up my Beauty Bay one, which I love the Beauty Bay cleanser, and then I thought I would try these. So I may do a video on this because I love cleansing balms and I've done a few of them, so we will test this out. So for 15% off, like I said, it was worth to stock up a little bit. If I like them, I'll go back, buy some more, but if I don't, then I'll go back to my Beauty Bay. But there we go. But I think they're probably gonna be pretty good. I love the last one. I can't imagine that they've screwed it up so much. And then the last thing I bought, and it was the only kind of makeup thing that I bought, and this was this. I kept the packaging so I can show you the whole thing. So this is from Fenty Beauty. It's their Chocolate Cherries 2-piece lip set and pouch. They had this cherry of their gloss. What did they call it? Their well, here they call it Universal Lip Luminizer, but Gloss Bomb. There we go. So I love their gloss bombs. I haven't bought one in a while. I had one small that I got in a Christmas sample. I think it was a couple of them. I used 2 of them up. One, it just was left. It went bad, so it's in my next month's pile. But I still have one gloss bomb, a clear one left, and then I thought this color looked so good. But for $34 plus the 15% off, it was a better deal than just buying the gloss. So you got this cute a little bag, like so, Fenty Beauty. And then inside, you got a lip liner. So it's a more of a neutrally shade, but I love it together with this beautiful lip color. So I have worn this a few times. It is very, very gorgeous. Smells, and their lovely gloss bomb smell, but then you can see, look at how that is. It's almost more like a lip oil, like for the intensity of the color. So nice. So that was my only makeup-y thing. Like I said, I'm mostly on a no-buy. I'm trying not to, I usually don't like lip glosses, but this is one of the few that I like. But I just like this color so much. I thought, okay, I will grab this. And I've been wearing it a ton, so it was worth it. So there we go. That is my teeny Sephora haul. Some skincare, cleansing balms, and basically kind of one lip sticky thing. Oh, and then if you just want to see the color of the lip pencil, like so it's just more of a neutral, and then when you put that on top, yeah, super nice. So I've been enjoying that. So I thought, oh, I just love that color of that gloss bomb. And I think the gloss bombs themselves are like $24, $25 somewhere in there. So I think the two, having that whole set together was kind of worth the deal. So there we go. So Sephora sale. So that's happened in the last month. I've also been cat sitting. So I had a cat named Sophie at my place for a while. I'll pop up some photos. So I had her for 3 weeks. I think in my last video maybe I had just gotten her and you could see her in the background. So yeah, so I had her for about 3 weeks. It was really nice. She was a little hidey at first, but then she came out and she was a snuggly girl. She was so nice. I was almost sad to give her back. It was a little traumatic to get her to go home as soon as her dad came. She was hiding under the bed, and oh my goodness, the trauma. I know cats don't like bags. Mine have never done. But it took us an hour to get into the bag, and she like tore apart the cat room. It was insane. It was such a sweet floof. I'll try and insert some photos there. She's so sweet. I love her. I was almost like, do you want to trade birds if we can't get her to the bag? The birds are easy to take home. No, I wouldn't have traded my birds. I was just kidding. So anyways, there we go. So we had my cat sitting. So I did that for a month. So sometimes it's kind of hard when you've got, you know, another animal and stuff everywhere. So that kind of made it hard to film as well. And then next up, I've been into baking. I started baking. I've been trying to find things to do besides watching TV. I've been doing a lot of reading as well, but besides watching TV after work or, you know, or if I've done something during the day and then spending the rest of the day reading, I thought I needed another hobby. So I kind of got into bread making. So I have a plant-based vegan book. I've been baking challah before. That's kind of what started it. So I've been doing challah for Shabbat. And then, yeah, I love challah, slightly obsessed. So that kind of got me into this baking mood, and then I picked up another plant-based book. So I've been trying some recipes out of there. So I did an old-fashioned beer bread. I've done a peanut butter bread. And then I was thinking, I wonder if I should start sourdough. So then I went down the sourdough trail, ordered a starter, started growing a starter, and I did my first couple loaves. So in between here, I'll just pop up some photos. So I've been baking. So that's been kind of a new obsession. So, and I just picked up, and then another thing that's happened, I had a girls' weekend with my bestie. So she was here for 3 days. So we were doing some vintage shopping and hanging out. So we're doing that, and then when we went into one kind of like a Sally Ann type store, we found this awesome bread book. So there's some stuff in there that I'm interested in trying. So I've been really into the baking thing. Sourdough is quite the thing. I'm gonna keep playing with that, see if I can get better at it. My first loaf turned out awesome. The second one, which I gave to my friend Martha, because her husband's allergic to a lot of things, but he can do white flour, so it is a white flour sourdough. So it looked beautiful. She said it was a little dense, but she said very tasty. So we'll need a little bit of playing with that recipe. And then I had tried 2 different recipes. So, and that was the second recipe. I'll probably go back to the first one. But anyways, I've been doing that. And then my other favorite, of course, is vintage things. So I'll just pop in a little video clip here. And there's just a couple things that I bought at a vintage sale. I collect the Frankenstein, words are hard, atomic dishes. They're very expensive, hard to find. I think in the States you can find them a lot easier. I've seen people with massive collections of them, but I have kind of somebody that I've been dealing with. Fritz's mom had a collection, so he'd been selling them over the years. So 3 years ago I met him, so in between the 3 years, every time he brings something different, then I pick up a few things, and then I got a few things via Poshmark. So I've been slowly, and then locally, so I've been slowly finding some pieces. I have this weird thing when I collect certain things like lady head vases, which is my other obsession. I always have benchmark prices, so certain styles and certain things and certain sizes of pieces. If I've spent a certain price, I'm hard pressed to go over that. So even if I see something that I really want, I always compare it. So like with the atomic dishes, one of the first things I got was like a big serving dish with a lid, and I got it for $40, which was a, you know, probably an anomaly for the most part. But it's like, okay, so if I can get a nice big piece like that in an immaculate collection for $40, why would I buy? Because I have 2 of them and I got another one at a really good deal. It was part of a set. But why would I pay $100 now for one? So it's same thing too with lady heads. The most expensive one I've bought was $70. She was very fancy. So it's like, why would I pay $70 for one that isn't fancy or is small? So I just have these little benchmarks that I go with. So, and then Fritz's pricing was pretty good. And then he finally had the cups that I've been looking for. Apparently he couldn't sell them, so that's why he was never bringing them. So I got his 2 cups with saucer. And yeah, so that's kind of been what's been going on. I've been baking, I've been cat sitting, vintage shopping. Oh, and I'm probably gonna have photos popping everywhere here. And I've been trying to do some little things in my house. One thing, now I know why plumbers get paid a lot of money. I changed the kitchen sink tap, because mine, it was always, if you didn't kind of almost like hammer it down, would always be drip, 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 drip. I lived with it for a few years. I just couldn't do it anymore. So I changed out to my tap. I had been putting in new shelving and hangers in my laundry room. Well, it's really a laundry closet, but it had space to put in some new shelves so I could have some more space to store things. I put in mop and cleaning supply hanger in my storage room. What else I did? And then I had a friend stay, and I have in both my showers, my bathrooms, I have those where you can pull out your hand to use it, or you can have it hooked up and just the water comes down the head. But the piece that you twist, that you can have it at different angles, stopped working. So it was sitting straight up like that and shooting across. So I changed the shower head in the bathroom. So I've been doing little home things as well. So that's kind of been what I've been doing the last month. So, and then I'm again trying not to buy makeup. And a lot of times people, they just want to see the new makeup and the new videos. So unfortunately I can't afford to do that anymore. I did go a little bit crazy for a few years, but I have enough makeup. So it has to be something pretty special or something that I'd wear a lot for me to be buying more makeup. So there is that. So I'm just trying to think of ideas of things to do to film. So I've been doing the makeup by the decade. So I have to do my 1950s pretty soon. I've been trying to do, if I think of anything nostalgic, to try to do that for Fridays if I have an idea. I do have something else that's kind of fun planned, but I cannot say anything. So when that's ready, I will film that. So it may be a little less filming here. I mean, it's not like I have millions of subscribers. I love the ones that I have. And if you like watching my videos, that's fantastic. But I might be filming a little bit less because, like, again, I'm trying not to spend money. I'm trying to think of some ideas of things to film that maybe people are interested in. The first video did really good of my by the decade. The rest of ones, it seems to be the same. Maybe people come back, but it hasn't been a lot more. So, you know, sometimes if I already work full time, I'm the accountant for my strata that I live in. I've been baking, doing other things. I just feel that, you know, there has to be a little bit of payoff, either people watching or me really excited to do something, which is the most part reason why I film on YouTube at all, was just more for something to do partway through the panini, and just because I was just looking for things to do. So again, it's nothing to do with if I have a million people watching. If it's the same 5 people always want to watch my stuff, that's awesome too. Like I said, it's just I just can't spend money on things that much anymore. So if you have ideas of things that you want me to film or touch on or talk about or whatever, please do let me know. I'm up for doing that. So anyways, that is my catch up. I think I've covered everything. I think that's a lot for about a month that I've been doing. I don't know. So that's it. That's my video for today. If you liked my rambling, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe even hit that notification bell. If not, that's okay. There's something coming soon that you might be interested in, like my monthly collab for May 1st. As always, behave, make good choices, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.